Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lakam min haaretz. In the name of Liberation Tabernacle of Yah, I greet you all with Shabbat Shalom. I am Moray David Israel, as y'all know, the rabbi of Liberation Tabernacle of Yah. Also, I would like to give shout outs to my good dear brother, Moray REI Israel. Moray REI Israel, he runs the YouTube page, Liberation Tabernacle of Yah. I would like to send that brother a good shout out, and he should be back with us soon. He is out right now. Keep that brother in y'all prayers. He is out right now. He's handling some family business, so he couldn't be here with us tonight. But he's here with us in spirit. So keep that brother in y'all prayers. He's the Moray, also one of the co-founders of Liberation Tabernacle of Yah, Moray REI Israel. He runs the YouTube page, Liberation Tabernacle of Yah. And I run the podcast station, Liberation Tabernacle of Yah. Moray David Israel. So tonight I'm gonna be touching on some things tonight because I'm gonna be touching on some things tonight. I'm gonna be touching on some things tonight. Now, a lot of y'all, who listen to Liberation Tabernacle of Yah, for those of y'all who listen to us faithfully every week, either through the YouTube page or through the podcast, y'all know that we're a Tanakh only, Old Testament, non-Messianic congregation. Our tabernacle is not affiliated with none of these black Hebrew Israelite camps out here that's supposed to be teaching in Yah's name. We're not affiliated with none of them. None of them. All the ones that y'all hear that are One West, that are IUIC and ICPK and all them groups, we're not affiliated with none of them. None of them. None of them. I repeat, we're not Messianic. We don't believe in no damn Jesus. We don't believe in no Yahshua. We don't believe in none of that 12-tribe chart trash with the Latinos and Native Americans and all them people. We don't believe in none of that stuff. Only thing we believe here is Yah is one, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad, Hear, O Israel, Lord our God, Yah is one. And we believe in the commandments and following the commandments. We don't believe in being cursed. We don't believe in none of that shit, okay? So any of y'all that never listen to us, never listen to the Tabernacle, I want to get that straight right now, okay? So that's a disclaimer for y'all, okay? So all that beefing back and forth, we don't play none of that stuff. Don't bring that to the tabernacle. We don't want to hear that. Okay? We don't want that here. Okay? All that standing on the corner, looking like Earth, Wind, and Fire reunion tour with your damn garments on, talking about Barakah, Yahshua. No, we ain't with none of that stuff. Okay? All that Sarnetta, all them Negroes, we don't know none of that. Okay? We don't want to be a part of it. We don't solicit to none of them. We don't care about none of them. Okay? Okay? So, tonight, what I'm going to be teaching on, the topic of this lecture for tonight was Jesus Christ, a.k.a. Yahshua, really related to Yah? That is what I'm going to be talking about tonight. So tonight, I can't go out of my Tanakh, which was sent down by Yah to Moshe, Moses. I can't go into that tonight because in order for me to break this subject down, I have to use the King James Bible because that is what Messianics, people who believe in Yahshua, or whatever that Negro on the damn stick, 2 sticks, nailed on 2 sticks. This is the book that y'all read out of, okay? A book written by Greeks, the New Testament, King James version. So this is what I'm going to be going out of tonight in order to break this down, because Jesus is not in the Tanakh. As a Jew and our Jew culture, our Hebrew culture, we only believe in the Tanakh, the Old Testament. As Jews, we do not believe in a Messiah. We do not subscribe to a second coming. We don't subscribe to no man on a stick coming back. We don't subscribe to none of that crap. So we have to go out of the New Testament, something that Jews don't deal with. Or I should say real Jews don't deal with. Okay? So, I'm going to go into the book. First book I'm going to go into, the first thing I'm going to go into is, the first scripture I'm going to go into is, the first scripture I'm going to go into is, first thing I'm going to go into is Matthew's, the 28th chapter, the 5th verse. Matthew's 28th chapter, the 5th verse. And it reads, "And the angel answered and said unto the woman, Fear not ye, for I know that ye seek Jesus, which was crucified. He is not here, for he is risen. As he said, come see the place where the Lord lay. And go quickly and tell his disciples that he is risen from the dead. And behold, he goeth before you into Galilee. There shall ye see him. Lo, I have told you." And they departed quickly from the salt tree with fear and great joy, and did run to bring his disciples word as they went to tell his disciples, behold, Jesus met them, saying, all hail. And they came and held him by the feet and worship him. So when we're dealing with Messianic Jews believe that this man named Jesus is the Son of Man, somebody who comes from Yah, and they believe that this man is coming to save them from the world of sin. That's what Messianics believe. So I'm going to go, they worship this Messiah guy. So I'm going to read something. Before we get into that, I'm going to go from Babylon to Timbuktu, because Messianic Jews, aka Christian Jews, this Christianity is an offspring of Judaism. Islam is also. Islam is nothing but Arabic Christianity. That's all it is. So I'm going to go into a book called From Babylon, Timbuktu. It says, page 49, the two daughters of Judaism. The offspring of Judaism are Christianity and Islam. Now history was repeating itself. The proponents of Christianity said to the Jews, we accept your Bible, morals, and monotheism. Only receive from us Jesus Christ, the great prophet, the Messiah of whom all the prophets spoke in the scripture. So the Christians forced Jews to believe in this Christianity. So the New Testament comes from Greek Europeans. Because the Jews refused, they were despised and hated. Muhammad tried to construct his religion as closely as he could after the Jewish religion. He favored the Jews by accepting many of their laws and traditions. When the Jews refused to be converted, he commanded his followers to stop turning to the holy city of Jerusalem in prayer, but rather to turn to the city of Mecca. He changed the Jewish Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement or fast day, which he had accepted for the month of Ramadan. Muhammad changed the Jewish Sabbath from Saturday to Friday, which is called Jummah prayer. It says, we have another parallel with Christianity. In the 4th century, the church changed the Sabbath to Sunday and reorganized its calendar to make Easter separate of Passover. Like Christianity, also Muhammad included in his Bible, which is called the Quran, accusations concerning the Jews. Nevertheless, the Quran glorifies many biblical personalities. In order to win the pagans into the church, Christianity adopted many barbaric customs and traditions. Likewise, Muhammad, to gain the loyalty of the pagan Arabs, adopted many of their beloved customs, the Kaaba stone, an idol, was to receive high regard in the new religion. Also, the pagan temple at Mecca was to remain as a holy site. So pretty much Islam pretty much stole everything from Christianity, and Christianity stole everything from Judaism. Now, Messianic Jews pretty much are people who believe in this man called Jesus, and he came to save them from their sins, and they died for them and all that stuff. So this is something I'm going to read out. That's New Testament Jews, Messianic Jews, they believe in that. Now, Matthew 5:17, something that Messianic Jews don't realize is in this book. It says Matthew 5:17, think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy but to fulfill. So when you're looking at Jesus pretty much, or Yahshua, say he did not come to destroy the law but to fulfill. So when it comes time for Jews, they believe in this man named Jesus, but when they're looking at Jesus, Jesus believed in the Torah. So if your man Jesus believed in Torah, why follow him? That's something you need to wake up and see. If a man says he followed Torah, you need to follow Torah if you really believe him. So, but see, they don't read their scripts. There's something I want to read, right? Something I want to read out of something I want to read right here. So something I want to read because there's something that I want to read because this is something that I've realized that when it come time for this Jesus character, see, Jesus made so many mistakes that Messianics don't realize. Jesus did not really know anything. He played y'all. He really did. This Messiah Jesus really did play y'all. He don't even know. There's plenty of contradictions in the New Testament where he told you he didn't know. I'm going to point one out to you. It says, I'm going to get it out, Mark 13:32. I'm going to start off there. Mark 13:32. Mark 13:32, it says, but of that day and that hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels which are in heaven, neither the Son, but the Father. So if Jesus, your Messiah, knew everything, why did he say no man knoweth nothing but the Father? If a man tell you he don't know something, you don't need to be following his ass. Because if he doesn't have something that you want to know of, if he don't have the truth that you seek, then he can't be compatible with your life. You shouldn't want to follow a dumbass. If a guy tell me he's a dumbass, I'm not listening to him. I'm not. If a man say he don't know something, if I walk in a grocery store And I asked somebody in the store to work there, you know where the sugar is? And he said, no, I don't know. You think if he tell me he don't know something, you think I'm keep on follow him? No, because he ain't going to lead me to the damn sugar aisle. He's not going to lead me down there. So Jesus pretty much said he did not know. This is out of this man's mouth. If God is all wise and all knowing, God knows all. Yah knows all. So it says, I'm going to go into some, it says, I'm going to go into John 10 and 30. Not John 10 and 30. I'm going to go into some, I'm going to go to John 8 and 14. John 8 and 14. John 8 and 14. It says, John 8 and 14, it says, Jesus answered and said unto them, though I bear record of myself, yet my record is true, for I know whence I came and whither I go. But ye cannot tell whence I come and whither I go. So Jesus is pretty much bearing witness to his own BS that he's talking. Let's go to John 5 and 31. John 5 and 31. John 5 and 31. It says, if I bear witness of myself, my witness is not true. So Jesus says if he bears witness in himself, then he is not true. Now I read John 8 and 14. He say he bear witness to his stuff. But you go to John 5 and 31, he said if he bear witness to himself, it is not true. So Jesus ain't believing his own stuff. So why believe in him? See, God, Yah, is, Yah, he ain't go back and rethink about the commandments that he sent down to Moses. You know, he didn't have to rethink the commandments that he gave to Moses on Mount Sinai to give the children of Israel. He ain't, like we say in the streets, he ain't renege on the commandments. But Jesus, he reneged on what the hell he was saying, because he is a man and he is not the creator. A creator don't rethink their creation. Okay, so we know he can't be Yah because he had to rethink the stuff that he put out there. So, let's see. Let's go to another. Let's find out. I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna find out some more things, because I was reading some things and some more scriptures, you know, and because I have people that want out here that listen to us. They want to know, you know, they really want to know, you know, the scriptures. So they turn to Messianics. And they, Messianics tell them that they got to believe in Yahshua. And they believe that Yahshua is the second coming of God. Now, when it comes time for that, we have to, as I said earlier, we have to find out who the Creator is first. We got to find out who the Creator is first. So a Creator is, his creation comes first. And then after his creation is created, then it's put into motion the creation. And creation goes on and creates more, and that's how the world go around. So Yah does not have no birth record. So Jesus had a birth record. But Yah, if Jesus is Yah, he shouldn't have no birth record. So they get it mixed up. A lot of messianics. Y'all get it mixed up. And y'all confuse brothers out here who want to know the truth. And y'all make it seem like Yahshua and Yah is the same person, or Jesus and God is the same person. I'm going to find out if he is. So we're going to go into John, the first chapter, the first verse. We're going to find out if he's the same. John 1:1, it says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And the same was in the beginning with God. And all things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. In him was life, and the life was the light of men. So the Word came first. The beginning was the Word of God. It did not say the beginning was the Word of Jesus. So the New Testament is pretty much saying in the book of John that God came first. So why the hell y'all bear witness to Jesus if God came first? Let's go and see. So John 1:1 through 4 says, the beginning was God. So in the beginning was God here first. Let's go to Mark 16 and let's see John, let's go to John 10 and 30. So John 10 and 30. So John 10 and 30, it says, and I and my Father are one. So if Jesus is saying that him and the Father is one, how come it didn't say I and G in John 1:1, which we just read? John 1:1, it says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And the same was in the beginning with God. So why it didn't say in the beginning was Jesus in the Word and God? It's contradiction. Jesus was not put in the beginning. So therefore he could not be God because he did not come with the Word in the beginning. Whew. So it says, let's go to John 6 and 69. John 6 and 69. John 6 and 69. It says, and we believe and are sure that thou art that Christ, the Son of the living God. So Jesus is pretty much being called the Son of the living God. So let's see what it says. That's John 6:69. Matthews 18:11. Let's go to Matthews 18:11. Matthews 18:11. Matthews 18:11. It says, "For the Son of Man is come to save that which was lost." So Jesus in Matthews 18:11 is being referenced as the Son of Man. But in John 6:69, he is saying he's the Son of God. Now, how is he the Son of Man and then the Son of God? Which one is, he don't know, y'all don't even know who he is. He don't know his place. First, he's the Son of Man at Matthew 18:11. Then John 6:69, he's the Son of God. Which one is it? There's some of y'all say he is God. So how is that? You can't be 3 in 1. 3 can't be put into 1. 3 can't come out of 1. And 1 can't come out of 3 either. So there's something wrong with that. Only way 3 can come out of 1 is if the 1 is having triplets. And if the 1 is having triplets, guess what? The triplets are going to have different bodies. So is my question to Messianics. That would mean, my question to Messianics, is your Jesus 3 people? Are there 3 Jesuses? Y'all call him the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Is there 3 Jesuses? Is there 3 gods out there y'all worship? If there's, because if y'all follow this New Testament, y'all are calling on 3 different gods. And following 3 different gods is not of Yah, because Yah is only one, which we read in Deuteronomy 6:4, "Hear, O Israel, Lord our God is one." He is not 3. He is only one. So there's 3 people that Messianics have. And those 3 people can't be Yah. Yah's only one. So that's idolatry. And the Torah is against that. So let's see, let's go into this 1 Timothy 2:5. Let's go into 1 Timothy 2:5. Because 1 Timothy 2:5. 1 Timothy 2:5, it says, "For there is one God and one mediator between God and a man, and the man is Christ Jesus." So Jesus, according to Timothy, was a mediator between God and man. Wow. Let's go to Mark 6:19. Mark 6 and 19. Mark 6 and 19. No, not Mark 6 and... No, Mark 16 and 19. Salakia, Mark 16 and 19. My bad, Mark 16 and 19. Mark 16 and 19. It says Mark 16, 19. It says, so then after the Lord had spoken unto them, he was received unto heaven and sat on the right hand of God. So Mark is saying that Jesus sits on the right hand of God. That's funny. Let's go to John 10 and 30. Let's see what John say about John 10 and 30. Let's see. John 10 and 30. It says, I and the Father are one. John 10 and 30. John just said, Jesus said, John 10 and 30, and I and my Father are one. So that's confusing. Like I said, there's multiple Jesuses out here, and there's multiple Yahshuas, and it's confusing. So First Timothy 2 and 5, I read it said Jesus is a mediator between the Father. So Timothy is referencing him as a mediator. Mark 16, 19 said Jesus sat on the right hand of God. John 10 and 30 said that it said that Jesus and the Father is one. How is a man who's supposed to be the same as God have so many different places in God's life? If this man who y'all proclaim as your Savior, being God, if he is, how come he has to be different people? Y'all are saying, these people are saying that your God has multiple personalities. I broke that down before. Jesus, to me, seems bipolar. Jesus seemed to me to be a psychopath. He seemed to be a psychopath. Only psychopaths do that. You know, just like Dr. York, Malachi York, and our brother Moray Arya Israel, he's a former Nawabian. He knows what I'm talking about. Y'all know Malachi Z. York was a man that said he was Imam Isa. He said he was Rabboni Yahshua. He said he was a master and a noble of the ancient Egyptian order. Dr. York had so many different personalities. He got locked up in an institution because of that shit. He got locked up in an institution because of that shit. Now, Jesus sound like he need to be in there with Dr. York. Jesus sound like he need to be in there with Dr. York. He got all, he might be, you know, he Rabboni Yeshua. So Jesus, one minute he's the right hand of God. Next minute, he's a mediator between the Father. Next minute, him and the Father is one. Sound like some Dr. Malachi York shit. Sound like some Dr. Malachi York shit. Sound like this Jesus might be crazy as hell. It sounds like somebody I don't want to follow. He don't know what he want to be. Shit, Jesus might be a Nawabi. Sound like Jesus need to have a Lifetime movie to me. Let's go to 1 Timothy 2 and 5. Let's go to 1 Timothy 2 and 5. It says, let's go back to 1 Timothy 2 and 5. It says, for there is one God and one mediator between God and man. The man is Christ Jesus. That's what, we read that earlier. So that's, guess Timothy is going back to what Timothy said. He says one God. Let's go to James 2 and 19. James 2 and 19. James 2 and 19. Let's go to James 2 and 19. James 2 and 19. It says, thou believest that there is one God that doeth well. The devils also believe and tremble. So, James is saying that there's one God, and he said that the devils also believe that there's one God. Strange. Let's go to 1 John 5 and 7. Let's go to 1 John 5 and 7. Let's go see what 1 John 5 and 7. Shit, I'm getting my Bible on tonight. We having church in here tonight. Let the church say amen. Amen. Go ahead, Pastor. Pastor Dave, go ahead. Reverend Dave, go ahead. Reverend Dave, go ahead. Let the church say amen. Let the church say amen. That's right. There you love him. There you love him. Said John. I said amen. Cause go ahead, listen. Go ahead. Listen, I don't know what you came to do. Well, I came to give him glory. And what the reverend saying it, what the bishop and the pastor say. Go ahead. 1 John 5 and 7. It says, for there are three that beareth record in heaven. Wow. The Father, the Word, and the Holy Ghost. And these are three in the one. Oh, my God. So, Timothy said there's one. James said that there's one for the devils, one for the believers, and one for the non-believers. 1 John 5 and 7 says that there are three. It says, for there are three that beareth record in heaven. The Father, the Word, and the Holy Ghost. And these are three in one. So, like I said earlier, it sounds like Jesus, like God had triplets. And there were three Jesuses somewhere. And so, that's why there's so many Israelite camps out here. You got Gathering Christ Church, they got Yahshua. IUIC got Jesus. ISUPK got Yahshua. You got Pastor Dowell got Yahshua. That's why there's so many different camp doctrines. Because the word of that you say the word of God is saying that there's three. So that's why there's so much confusion in your Israelite community, because the confusion starts with your God. Your God had three Jesuses. And that's why there's so many different names with Messianics. I was wondering for a long time why the Israelite community couldn't come into one. It's because there are three. 1 John, the 5th chapter, right on down to the 7th verse, it says that there are three. Wow. No wonder why you can't get together. So your God got three gods. It's something funny too about this. I'm glad that it was. I just read this because some of y'all remember Nature Boy. He was in the on Sarnetta and all that. Something that he called himself on Sarnetta TV. Nature Boy, some of y'all remember him, the brother that was Egyptian at first. He was conscious. Then he was calling himself God. It's something strange about this. I don't know if this is him or not. But Nature Boy said he called himself three gods. Is the New Testament talking about Nature Boy? I don't know. He referenced himself as three gods. So is he the three? Look, y'all know I'm going to be frying y'all Messianic Israelites. Is Nature Boy your three God? He said he was three God? Y'all know Reverend David is messing with y'all today. I'm having fun. Y'all know we in the Tabernacle. We like to have fun too. Everything is serious with y'all, but we have fun too. You know, we have fun in the Tabernacle too, and y'all know Nature Boy said he was three God. He might be the three God that is in heaven. He might be. This might be your Jesus out there. Okay, so let's see. Let's go ahead. Let's find out, because another thing I want to know. Now, cause like I said, as a non-Messianic brother that believes in Tanakh, let's get serious about this, because if we want to make sense of y'all, we want to find out if Jesus is related to God or not. I'm still trying to figure this out. I don't know who Jesus is. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know. You know, I'm just as blind, deaf, and dumb as what Elijah Muhammad said. He said there was 85% that was blind, deaf, dumb. I'm blind, deaf, dumb. I'm the 85%. I don't know. When it comes time for this Messianic stuff, the Tabernacle don't deal with it. But since we get Messianics all the time that want to question what we believe, we're questioning what y'all believe. Me and Moray, REI Israel, we question y'all stuff all day. He gets dozens of comments on the YouTube page that question the Tabernacle. And so it's time for us as the Tabernacle to question y'all too. And that's what we doing tonight with this lecture. So I'm gonna get into some more scriptures for the Messianics. Let's go to Acts 5:29. Man, the rabbi is hot tonight, man. Whew. Oh, no. We in y'all church tonight, so the Reverend hot tonight. Reverend David is hot tonight. We dealing with the New Testament. We dealing with the reverends. We getting reverendized tonight. We gotta find out who this God is or who this Jesus is. We gotta find out if they related. Now we trying to find out if they related. We trying to find out who and where he comes from, because we trying to figure this out for a long time. And we don't know at the Tabernacle. We just get asked why we don't believe in him. We get this all the time. The Moray, REI, he can bear witnesses. Messianics comment on the page all the time. They always talking shit all the time. They spray holy water on us all the time, trying to baptize us, and we don't know why, because we don't know what that water is. So Acts 5:29, it says, and then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God rather than man. There's something strange about that, because Jesus is a man, right? Jesus is a man. Let's see, this is Acts. Peter was just asking a question. Let me repeat what Peter said. Peter said, and then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God rather than man. A person went up to Peter and the disciples and asked, who do we obey? And the disciples said, we have to obey God rather than man. Let's go to Romans, the book of Romans. The book of Romans. We gonna get this out tonight. Let's go Romans 13th chapter. Let's go to the book of Romans, the 13th chapter, right on down to the first verse. Come ahead. Romans 13:1 says, let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but of God. The powers that we are ordained of God. It says, so the power is of God, supposedly. Let's go down to the second verse. Let's see what it says. Whosoever therefore resisteth the power, resisteth the ordainance of God, and they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation. Woo! Wow. So if we don't do the Lord's will, then according to the book of Romans, we're going to receive damnation. We're going to go to hell, in other words. Wow. For rulers, let's go down to the third verse, round down to the third verse. It says, for rulers are not a terror to good works, but to the evil wilt thou then not be afraid of the power. Do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same. Whew. For he is the minister of God to thee for good. But if thou do that which is evil, be afraid, for he beareth not the sword in vain. For he is the minister of God, a revenger to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil. So, right there, I guess God is the power. And what he said, the power and the glory. And what they said, the power and the glory. So that's what the book of Romans said. Let's go with, let's see what Peter say. Let's see what First Peter say. Let's see if Peter got that same take on God It wasn't saying God. And that's what the Christians say in God. First Peter, the 2nd chapter, right on down to the 13th verse. Let's see what it says. First Peter, the 2nd chapter, right on down to the 13th verse. It says, submit yourselves to every ordinance of man for the Lord's sake, whether it be to the king as supreme. It says, or unto governors as unto them that are sent by him for the punishment of evildoers and for the praise of them that do well. For so is the will of God, that with well-doing ye may put to silence the ignorance of foolish man. So, Acts 5:29 says, obey God rather than man. The book of Romans 13th chapter, the first verse down to the fourth verse says, God, don't resist the power of God. 1 Peter 2:13, right on down to the 15th verse, it says that we are to obey governors, leaders, and all kinds of other people. So my question to Messianics, should we obey God or should we obey man like Jesus, these governors and these leaders? It sounds like they have two different takes. Peter's a disciple. Paul was supposedly a man of God, which he wrote Romans and Acts. So which one do we believe in? Do we follow God, or do we, which one do we obey? You know, 1 Peter 2:13, it says, submit yourselves to every ordinance of man for the Lord's sake, whether it be to the king as supreme, or unto governors as unto them that are sent by him for the punishment of evildoers, for the praise of them that do well. See, Messianics, y'all get it fucked up. Excuse my language, but y'all fucked up right there, because there's two different things. Follow God, follow the governors and the people that are in charge. This is something that's funny, that I find funny, because when it says follow people that are sent by God, men, governors, supreme, you remember when ISUPK, when the vaccine was out, and what did they say? What did they say? They said, go take the vaccine. Some of y'all might remember that. Some of y'all might not. But when the COVID-19 was happening, ISUPK told everybody to go take the damn vaccine. ISUPK said that shit. Y'all go back, look at it. Go on YouTube and see it. ISUPK was all for the vaccines. That vaccines was pushed by the governors, by the United States government. It was pushed by the federal laws, everything. Now, when you're looking at these Israelite camps, a lot of them are 501c3. Churches are supposed to push that doctrine, and they are supposed to push regulations by the government in order to keep their 501c3 status and in order to keep getting grants and funding. They must push vaccines and rules and regulations and all that stuff. They got to. So is that what ISUPK was doing? Was they following 1 Peter 2:13 through the 15th verse? Is that what they were doing? It sounds like that's what they were doing. Some Israelite camps refused to speak on this, but ISUPK did. They said, go take the vaccine. So I guess they was following Peter when Peter was saying, follow the governors and all that, people who are sent by God. So Messianics don't know whether to obey God, Jesus, or man. They don't know. And clearly it's two different perceptions there. It's terrible. And like I said, I don't think God is about confusion. I mean, the Messianic God is about confusion, but that's why I went back to the Torah. Because the Torah don't push this damn confusion. Y'all just don't know. The Torah is simple. It's plain and simple. Follow commandments and you good. Messianics is confusion. That's why it's so many different camps and so many different doctrines, because the New Testament is confusion. It's confusing. They don't know whether to obey God or man and government. They don't know. And that's why. Let's see, let's see something real quick. There's something else I saw in the New Testament that I never got. Let's go to John, the 5th chapter. Let's go to something else. Because we really don't know who Jesus or the Messianic community believes in. We don't know. We just don't know. And I don't know if the confusion of the Messianic God has something to do with the confusion of why y'all don't have Torah in your life. We don't know. Let's see, it said John, let's go to John the 5th chapter, the 22nd verse. Let's see what it said. John the 5th chapter, right on down to 22nd verse. It says, for the Father judgeth no man, but hath committed all judgment unto the Son. It says that all men should honor the Son, even as they honor the Father. He that honoreth not the Son, honoreth not the Father which has sent him. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that heareth my word, and believeth on him that sent me, hath everlasting life, and shall not come into condemnation, but is passed from death unto life. Salakia. Verily, verily, I say unto you, the hour is coming, and now is with the dead shall hear the voice of the Son of God, and they that hear shall live. For as the Father hath life in himself, so hath he given to the Son have life in himself, and hath given him authority to execute judgment, also because he is the Son of Man. So, Jesus, according to John the 5th chapter, the 22nd verse, the 27th verse to the 30th verse, Jesus, according to John, would be the judge. Let's go to John 9 and 39. John 9 and 39. It says, and Jesus said, for judgment I am come into this world, that they which see not might see, and that they which see might be made blind. So I guess Jesus is saying he would judge, and supposedly John saying that Jesus is going to judge. Let's see. Let's go to John the 8th chapter, the 15th verse. John the 8th chapter, the 15th verse. John the 8th chapter, the 15th verse. It says, ye judge after the flesh. I judge no man. Jesus is said in John the 5th chapter, the 22nd verse, 27th verse, 30th verse, in John 9 and 39, that he would judge. He said out of his own mouth he would judge. Now he's saying in John the 8th chapter, the 15th verse, that he judged no man. Y'all, it seemed like your God can't make up his goddamn mind. He can't. Let's go to John the 12th chapter, the 48th verse. John the 12th chapter, the 48th verse. Let's see. John the 12th chapter, the 48th verse. It says, he that rejected me and receiveth not my words hath one that judgeth him. The word that I have spoken, the same shall judge him in the last day. For I have not spoken of myself, but the Father which sent me, he give me a commandment that what I should say and what I should speak. And I know that his commandment is life and everlasting. Whatsoever I speak, therefore, even as the Father said unto me, so I speak. So right there, so now Jesus is saying something different. He's saying that the Father judges. Before he said in John 8, chapter 15 verse, that he can't judge. He said in John the 5th chapter 22nd verse on to the 30th verse that he would judge. This nigga don't know what the fuck he want to do with his life. He don't know who the fuck he is and what his place is. So this God, I don't know if this God of y'all is related to God at all. This nigga don't know what he want to be. He might be Dr. York. Jesus might be Dr. York. He might be. Shit, you know how Dr. York had all them damn different personalities? Shit, Jesus got so many goddamn personalities. He need to be locked up with Dr. York and the rest of the damn cult leaders out here. Let's see, John the 5th chapter, right on down to the 22nd verse. Let's see. It says, for the Father judges no man, but have to command all judgment unto the Son. Now he said that the Father don't judge, but his Son. Which one? This nigga don't know. This nigga don't know. He is clearly saying that he ain't related to Yah. He is clearly telling y'all and y'all don't know. Let's go to Luke the 22nd. Let's go to... This nigga don't know what he want to do. Let's go to Luke the 20th. Y'all Jesus is all fucked up. I hate to say it like that, but yo Jesus is all fucked up. He don't know. He just like them damn LGBTQ motherfuckers. He don't know what to fucking be. He don't know whether to be a man, a woman. Jesus might be a part of the LGBT community. He might be. Shit, them niggas is men in dresses one day and I'm straight man another day. Shit, he all fucked up. That's why the world fucked up now, because of damn niggas like Jesus. Luke 22:30. Let's read. It says, that ye may eat and drink at my table in my kingdom, and sit on thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. Let me read this shit one more time, but I think I'm seeing things now. Luke 22:30, it says, that ye may eat and drink at my table in my kingdom, and sit on thrones judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And the Lord said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan hath desired to have you, that he may sit you with wheat. Cheat you as wheat. What the hell? But I have prayed for thee that thy faith fall not, and when thou art converted, strengthen thy brethren. So he's pretty much, God is pretty much in saying to Jesus that the disciples, once they clean up, that they gonna be the judges of man. I don't know who the fucking judge is right now. I just don't know. Now he's saying that once the disciples clean the hell up, they gonna judge men. So who gonna be the judge? God, Jesus, or disciples? Or maybe not God, because Jesus said God ain't gonna judge nobody but him. And something I want to ask: if God can only judge Jesus, that means that Jesus is the fuck up, because people only get judged and brought to counsel if they break the law. So that means that the world would be sinless and Jesus would be the fucked up one. I'm gonna tell you, that's something wrong with that. Y'all will put a fucked up person over you as a leader. That's what's wrong with the black community now. Y'all say Jesus died for your sins. So guess what? Jesus is the new damn sinner now. Now, since Jesus died for people's sins, and guess what? He's the new sinner. Jesus is the worst one on earth. He done broke all the damn commandments. Because a sinner is somebody who transgressed the law or the commandments. So if Jesus died for people's sins, then guess what happened? He became the killer. He became the murderer. He became the most wickedest person, the thief. He became every goddamn worst thing out there. So that means that y'all niggas need to not follow Jesus. Because Jesus is the damn worst person, because he is the new criminal. Jesus is the new lawbreaker. Instead of y'all following Jesus, you know what you need to do? Lock Jesus' ass up. And y'all need to lock y'all Messiah up, because that nigga is a sinner. Jesus is the worst person out here. I'm just saying, somebody, look, it's just like you taking up for somebody. You know, you got a friend that has done something wrong, and he about to get locked up, and you go to court and you take up for him and say you did it instead of him. Guess what? You taking on the crime that he has done, and now that man is going free while your ass is out there locked up, taking for some shit somebody else did. That's pretty much that. You're pretty much taking the responsibility of the criminal. So guess what? That's what Jesus then did. That's what happens when somebody dies for somebody's sins. They become the sinner. And that's what Jesus is. That's why y'all need to stop believing in Jesus. Because Jesus is a damn sinner. He is wrong as hell. I don't want to follow no nigga that's wrong. I don't want to. That's what's wrong with the world. They follow all these TikTok trends. They follow all these rappers. They follow the LGBT community. And guess what? They become that shit. So that's what Jesus did. He became every wrong thing out there. And that's why y'all need to stop believing in his ass. Because my God don't do wrong. But Jesus, he did wrong. Jesus do wrong. Because he took up for wrong. Shit. So let's see. So instead of the judge, he got judged. He got judged. That's right. He getting damn judged. So let's see. Speaking of Jesus being a sinner and being the worst person out there, we figured out who Jesus was. But there's something I want to call to attention to y'all that make me believe that Jesus is not related to God. There's another thing out there that shows that Jesus is not related to God at all. This is gonna fool y'all. This is something that I want to show y'all messianics. I'm gonna go out the cause y'all know I believe in the Old Testament. You know I believe in the Old Testament. The y'all supposed to real Jews believe in the Old Testament. We're Tanakh only. Liberation Tabernacle, we Old Testament. We don't subscribe to nothing else but the Old Testament. To knock the 248 positive things, that's what we follow. We do positive things. We follow positivity. That's what we do. We don't believe in being cursed. We don't curse. We only do right. We do righteous things. And that's because we know who our God is, and that's Yah Elohim. That's right. Let's go to Isaiah 14:12. There's something, before I get out of here, I'm about to end this lecture. But we figured out that Jesus is a sinner, that Jesus is confused, that Jesus is wrong as hell. We figured it out at Liberation Tabernacle, Yah. We figured it out. I figured it out with y'all scriptures that I don't want to believe in y'all Jesus. That Liberation Tabernacle, Yah, we need to keep believing in Yah. So there's something that I want to show y'all. When I was just saying that Jesus was a sinner and he was wrong and all that shit, guess what? I figured it out. When I said that earlier, that Jesus was wrong and all that shit, there's something else. There's something else that I want to. There's something else that I want to prove to y'all why Jesus was wrong and he's a sinner and all that shit. There's something else that I want to show y'all. Because I think we figured out who Jesus really was. Let's go to Isaiah 14:12. Isaiah 14:12. It says, Isaiah 14:12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? So Lucifer is considered the bright morning star. Y'all know Lucifer is Satan. That's the devil. Y'all know this, right? Y'all know this. Everybody know that the devil is also considered Lucifer. I said Jesus was wrong and he was a sinner and all that shit earlier. Y'all heard me saying that earlier. Something else I want to prove to y'all. Because this is going to trip y'all out. Because I know Jesus ain't related to God. I know he ain't related to y'all. We know that. I know that. Let's go to Revelations 22 and 16. Let's go to Revelations 22 and 16. Revelations 22 and 16. It says, and I, Jesus, have sent mine angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. I am the root and the offspring of David and the bright morning star. Oh my God. Jesus said he is the root of David and the bright and morning star. But listen at this, the bright and morning star. Jesus just said he was the bright and morning star. That's what Jesus just said. He was the bright and morning star. That's what he just said. He was the bright and morning star. That's what Jesus just said. He said he was the bright morning star, the root of David, bright morning star. Let me go back to what, maybe I'm when I say Jesus was a sinner and he was wrong as hell, look at this shit. Look at this shit. The bright and morning star. Who else just said that there was a bright and morning star? I just read it. I think I maybe know why Jesus wanted to die for sinners and why he wanted to die and lay down his life for sinners. I think I know why. I think I might know who Jesus is really related to. Isaiah 14 and 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, the son of the morning? So Lucifer is the bright and morning star. Jesus is the bright and morning star. I'm going to drop this mic. We figured out who Jesus really related to. Jesus is really Satan. Jesus is really Lucifer. Yahshua is really the devil. That's who he really is. That's who he's related to. So that's who Jesus is related to. He's related to the devil. Jesus is related to Yahshua, Jesus. He's related to the devil. He's Lucifer, the bright morning star. No wonder why Jesus wanted to die for sinners. Because he's a fucking sinner. He created sin. Shit. If I was y'all, I wouldn't follow Jesus. I rethink following this Messiah shit. I would really rethink it. And Liberation Tabernacle of Yah, we know not to follow no Messiah. Deuteronomy 6 and 4, Shema Israel, or the Nalahenu or the Nalkai. Hear, O Israel, Lord our God is one. The Lord Yah is one. God Yah is one. That's all you have to follow. Don't follow this evil, wicked nigga named Jesus. Because y'all know, I'm going to tell y'all something. This nigga is, I'm going to tell you something. The church take y'all money. Messianics take y'all money, make y'all pay for shit in these congregations. These congregations don't do shit for y'all. There's a couple of months ago, ISUPK and IUIC was fighting. This is on YouTube. They was fighting like fucking animals. IUIC attack ISUPK, fighting like Bloods and Crips. I don't want to, if Messianics fighting like that, I'm going to tell you something. I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that. And I don't recommend nobody else to join none of these organizations that pushes for black people to fight each other. That is wrong as hell. Our commandments don't push the fight. The commandments, the Torah, don't push the fight. You don't see that. I don't see white Jewish people fighting each other in the media. I don't. But I see niggas fighting each other. I see niggas with crosses on. I see niggas with kufis on that are Muslim fighting each other. I see all these Messianics beefing with each other. Geno Jennings versus Pastor Manning. ISUPK versus GOCC. All these organizations is Messianic and Muslim fighting each other. All on Sarnetta TV fighting. Man, Christianity was started off of fighting. The Knights Templars was the ones that pushed fighting. They told y'all if y'all didn't follow Jesus, they was going to get you. It was the sword. Islam say either the Quran or the sword. That is the wrong thing to be. We don't need that. And the Torah Center brothers, we ain't about fight. So y'all got to come up out of this. Jesus is related to Satan. Christianity is Messianic community. Islam is Satan. Matter of fact, even when you're looking at the crescent and star, the flag of Islam is the Star of Baphomet. Is the Star of Baphomet. This is what the flag is, the moon and the star. That's Baphomet. Shit. Prophet Muhammad was talking about Baphomet in Surah, the 14th chapter, the 22nd verse. That's why Prophet Muhammad said, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. I seek refugees while I curse Shaitan. Because he was encountering Satan. Islam is wicked. Messianic Christianity, Messianic Jews is wicked shit. We don't need that in our life. We can't have that no more. Liberation Tabernacle, y'all, we don't condone violence. We don't condone none of that shit. We don't condone that. We condone you to follow the 248 positive commandments. That's all we want you to do. So come back to Yah, because Yah ain't related to Jesus. He ain't. We just figured out who he was. Rewind this broadcast and listen to it. So with that, I'm going to get out of here. I hope everybody had a good Shabbat. And like I said, man, please send prayers to my brother Moray R.E.I. Israel, my fellow brother in this ministry, the co-founder of Liberation Tabernacle, Yah. Please, prayers up for this brother. Like I said, brother is like I said, he's going through some things right now. And like I said, he couldn't be here tonight. I just say keep him in y'all prayers. And like I said, keep him in your prayers. Because that brother, he teaches every week. Brother goes in the scriptures. He breaks stuff down. You know, he does a lot of great things for the community. Me and that brother fell apart for a while, and guess what? We came back together. Because that's what y'all want us to do. I went through so many things in this world, man. I have. And I'm going to tell you something, man. Ain't too many good brothers and sisters out here. It's like I can count them on my hand right now. I've been through so many damn things. I admit it, I've studied everything. Masonry, Islam, Messianic Israelite. I'm going to tell you, there ain't too many good people out here. It ain't too many good people out here. Moray REI is a great person. It's a great person. And like I say, he does a lot of great things. He teaches the truth. He's very thorough, brother, with studying. He studies more than what I do. So, like I say, keep him in y'all prayers. Keep his family in y'all prayers. And like I said, man, he'll be back. He'll be back. So with that, shout out to Moray REI Israel. Love you, brother. Keep your head up. This Moray, David Israel. Come about all that messianic stuff. Come up out of Islam. Come back to Yah Elohim. With that, like say, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lekam min haaretz. In the name of Liberation Tabernacle of Yah, I greet you, Moray David Israel, in the words of Shabbat Shalom.
Traditional pulse DC TIG welding is notoriously loud and distracting. Not anymore. If you desire the exceptional performance and results of pulse welding but hate the noise, Miller has a solution. New Quiet Pulse technology virtually eliminates all the noise of pulse DC TIG welding, so you can turn down the volume and tune into the weld. Now available on Miller Dynasty and Maxstar welders. Experience Quiet Pulse now. Visit millerwelds.com/quietpulse.